For me, as a landscape photographer, I think one of the most exciting times of day to come out and take photographs is sunrise, the start of a new day. I love turning up at a location when it's dark and you just don't quite know what's going to happen. What's the light going to be like when it rises above the horizon? What are the clouds going to do? You just don't know, and you just have to wait as each moment passes by and it gets lighter and lighter. And for me, there's no better place to watch the start of a day, and that's here at Dawlish Warren Beach on the South Devon coast. So in this video, we're going to be doing two things. I am, of course, going to be capturing some seascape images, but I'm also going to be looking at a new bit of kit from Kase filters, and that's this, the K9 filter holder and polarizer. Okay, we better get on with the business of creating photographs because it's getting lighter and lighter. So what am I photographing? Obviously, I'm down here at Dawlish Warren, so I'm going to be photographing the groins here, and I've got one here that leads out into the sea. It's got a red marker post at the end, and I've got that incoming tide that's smoothing out the sand. Hopefully I might get even some reflections from that, and that's where a polarizer will come in quite handy. So I will talk about this K9 filter holder and the polarizer that goes with it in a bit more detail after I've captured the images. I always have the priority of capturing the images. Now, I've got this K9 filter holder in advance of it going on sale. This is thanks to the guys at Kase Filters. I'm not sponsored by Kase Filters, but they do support the work I do in my channel. If you want to know all my thoughts about the Kase filter system, I did a video on that a few weeks ago. I'll pop a link for that in the corner of the screen, and you can listen to all my thoughts about the Kase filter system. So there are some subtle differences that I'll tell you about now for this K9. It screws on. The screw here is a lot shorter, so it's a lot quicker to actually get on and attach to your front of your lens. And the turning knob here for the polarizer has been improved as well. It's a little bit bigger, so it's easier to turn when you've got things like gloves on. So I'm going to put the polarizer in, and I really better get that first shot. Right, we've done the most important thing of the day, and that's to capture some seascape images of Dawlish Warren Beach. As it turned out, it was actually quite a nice morning, well worth getting up for. But let's talk about the K9 filter holder and polarizer. Now, I was a K8 owner for some time, and I was very happy with it. I didn't think there was any room for improvement. That was until I got this lens. This is the Nikkor 14-30, so it's quite a wide angle lens. And with the K8 and the polarizer, at 14mm, so quite a limited use, you did get a little bit of vignetting in the corners. And that also applied for the Sony G Master lens, I think the 16-35 f4. So what the guys at Kase have done, I've just changed the filter holder slightly and made the polarizer bigger. So that means I can now shoot at 14mm without any chance of vignetting, which is what I was doing this morning. All those shots there that you saw were all taken at 14mm. What else have they changed? So they've changed the slots slightly just to help remove the risk of vignetting when you put the filters in. I will point out though that it's the same filters that go in the slots, just the slots are slightly redesigned. So if you are moving from the G8 to the G9, all your filters and all that kind of stuff will all work. A couple other minor improvements, and I mentioned this one in the top of the video as well. The turn here is a little bit shorter, so it's a bit easier to get on quickly. And a nice little thing that they've done as well, they put two notches in here in the filter holder, so it's nice and easy to get your polarizer out, particularly if you're wearing something like gloves. So really small incremental improvements, but really important, really nice ones to have. So if you're a K8 filter holder user, should you rush out and buy a K9? Well, unless you're shooting that Sony 16-35 or like me, the Nikon 14-30, probably not. You'll be absolutely fine with your K8. You won't notice any problems. Even shooting, for example, the Nikon 16-35 f4 lens, perfectly fine at 16mm, no vignetting. But if you do have one of these two lenses and you do tend to shoot quite wide, then yes, I think it's worthwhile getting. If you're going to be new to the Kase system, and if you are thinking about going to the Kase system, I suggest you watch my video that I mentioned at the start. I'll put a link for that in the video description below, where I talk all about my use of Kase filter system. So if you're starting out, yes, go for the K9. But that's about it. Like I say, small incremental improvements, but very, very welcome changes nonetheless. Okay, that's it from me here at Dulwich Warren Beach. I've had a fantastic morning capturing seascape images, and I hope you've enjoyed looking at them. And I hope the information about the K9 filter holder and polarizer has been useful. But if you've got any questions, please do drop me a comment below and I will do my best to answer them. But until the next video, I'll see you then.